Hi guys, Talis here, and welcome to my first official review video, and in this video, I'm going to be reviewing a sequel to one of the best movies that was ever released in 2024, that was last year but it was released in theaters last November, Wicked, Part 1 but I'm talking about the sequel to it, Wicked, for Good. Is this the first time I have to use a text-to-speech voice for this video instead of my voice in real life? Yeah, it is. I never used a text-to-speech voice before in my videos until now, but right now, let's talk about the Ozen elephant in the room, which is the movie itself, so spoiler warning for Wicked, for Good. So anyways, if you don't want to be spoiled, then I suggest that you don't want to watch this video, so you're warned of massive important spoilers about this movie ahead. And if you love this movie so much like I did, then that's good, and if you hate this with a burning passion, then this is not the video for you. So let's get started on this movie. What do I think about this new movie when I first watched it last week on November 21st? Well, it's so good and awesome. That's what I think about this movie. So, Wicked, for Good is one of the best movies that I have ever watched this year. I thought that the first movie was the movie to trigger emotions with its emotional moments, but this one made it even more emotional with its emotional moments. It broke me with them and with the heartwarming and intense moments, and it made me cry when watching it for the first time. The acting from everyone in this movie and in the first movie is awesome and are all good, and for the characters, well, they're great except for two characters, the wizard himself and Madame Morrible, or should I say Madame Horrible. Yeah. That's my nickname for her because of my hatred for her after watching the first movie for myself, and I still have my favorites from the first movie in this movie, but with the addition of a new one in this movie, so I may as well start talking about them. Elphaba is still obviously still sympathetic to this day, but this movie made me feel so much sympathy for her and another character who I am going to talk about next. So she's now branded as the Wicked Witch of the West after the events of the first movie, and in this movie she's all alone and had to fight against the wizard and his forces herself while saving the animals from the wizard. Cynthia Erivo does an awesome emotionally powerful job with her performance as Elphaba as usual. That's why I prefer Cynthia's version of Elphaba over the original Elphaba, who was played by Idina Menzel, who first played her on Broadway, and I am glad in the end of this movie she truly is finally in peace as she finds happiness and acceptance from the one man in the entire movie. Unlike Glinda, who's been there for her even after the entire world is against her and is willing to do anything for her even at the cost of his own life, and accepts her for who she truly is, flaws and all. I'm of course talking about Fiyero Tygeller, played by the internet and Hollywood's heartthrob and the king of yearning himself, Jonathan Bailey. If you guys we aren't going to see him in another role again after Jurassic World Rebirth, well, think again, because not only he's in the first movie but he's also in this movie too, reprising his iconic role as Fiyero, and I genuinely honestly think that the chemistry between him and Cynthia is amazing, and their vocals in As Long As You Remain? Oh my god. Their vocals in the song actually and genuinely made me cry my eyes out, as I wasn't fully emotionally and mentally prepared for this song while this movie was about to be released in theaters after 10 months of waiting for this movie to be out. And I hate to say it, but this version of As Long As You Remain in Wicked for Good is so much better than the original version from the Broadway musical, because the original version of the song was rushed as it has Elphaba and Fiyero making out while singing, but in this, they're actually apart in the start of the song to leave room for development between Elphaba and Fiyero, so thank God it's not like the original version. And, oh, I almost forgot about Fiyero, that I was going on and on about their version of As Long As You're Mine, so I may as well start talking about Fiyero in this movie. And oh my god, after watching this movie, he is by far became one of the best characters in this movie. No, I'm not being serious about this, because after the first movie he's even more likable now than he was in the Broadway musical, and thank God he left Glinda to be with Elphaba, because his connection with Elphaba is literally better than his love for Glinda, and I felt so much sympathy for Elphaba as she thought that Fiyero was dead, but he wasn't dead, but he's the Scarecrow. As for what I think about this movie in general, well, so